to continue?
Yeah. So,
So
how did you get to jumping out of planes?
I want to continue on that story.
Okay.
So uh, I, I so I really took off. I sneaked from the camp. I got a bus, whatever, and I went to Haifa, and I had a ball for a day.
Oh, you snuck out.
Oh, I stuck out. I wasn't, laws
gonna be
did not
hanging with the
apply.
dead
We
ones.
didn't go basic training. We do what we want. So when I came back, this guy, he was a very short guy, which he was like a very, very short, but he was a tough cookie. He says, "Hey, Uri, I think I saw you in Haifa." I said, "What are you talking about? I wasn't in Haifa." His name was Moshiko. And this Moshiko, as short as he was always a troublemaker. I said, "Moshiko, I was here all the time." He said, "No, I know that you were." I said, "Well, do you have any pictures of me in Haifa? I wasn't there." He said, "Don't worry, I'll get you. I'll get you." And so in that basic training, although we didn't have basic training, we had all kind of judo exercises and so on and so forth. And at night, we had to be guards in the camp itself. And they try all kinds of things to attack us, like behind us, and wanted to see if we are ready, if an enemy is coming, what to do, So I remember one day I went and I had a rifle, and then there were two guys, they were judo experts from France, Jewish people, but that was their specialty. And so they were trying to sneak behind me, and grabbed my neck and really hit me hard just to teach me a lesson that you have to be on guard all the time.
Yeah.
So I had the rifle, and when I felt that somebody's behind me, I went psst, and hit with the butt of the rifle, and I heard somebody falling and running away. The next day, when there is the group of, we had to stand up in the morning and stand, this guy comes and all his neck was all swallowed, but he didn't say a word. He didn't say a word, and so that's what happening. In another time, we were ordered that there has to be, that every time there was supposed to be a certain code. If I said, "Stop, who are you? What is the code?" Well, it so happens that on that night, there was this guy, his name was Hanan, he was the head of the group, and he's starting to approach. And I said, "What's your name?" And he said, "Hanan." "And what's the code?" I said, "I don't know." And we put him on the ground with the rifle. I said, "You have to identify yourself. You have to give us the code or else." "I'm not, and this, and I'm the head of..." Whatever, it didn't work for him. Finally, we let him go because we had to prove that in the camp we have to have law and order. And that's it. And we have to obey, even if the highest guy, even if Moshe Dayan came. If he didn't know the code, the secret code,
That's it.
that's it. And we have many stories like that in the army.
Sure.
Among them was a very, very famous American, almost a general, who came to help Israel. That was years back. And they asked him for the word Sisma, code, and he didn't know. And they shot and killed him, poor guy.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a big tragedy. So this is one of the stories from the school that happened, and the fact that really people that are not going to basic training are in trouble. Now, I left the basic training now, finished the basic training, and I volunteered to go to a paratrooper school. Okay. So anytime, because they knew that I didn't go basic training, they said, "Uri, they decided they're going to do basic training to me." So whatever exercise there was.
By the way, why did you decide to go to paratrooper school? You were finishing electronics.
Huh?
You were finishing your electronics, so
Yeah.
why did you decide to go to paratrooper?
In paratrooper school, you also work in the lab, in the electronic
Oh,
lab. In
okay.
addition to jumping, you jump with your transmitter, you jump with all the stuff
Okay,
that you
so it's
need.
related.
But you also work in a lab there, and it's by the Air Force Base, and you have to jump and you have to do all these things. But they decided to give me, in addition, all kind of hard time. Uh, you know, when you jump, you have to roll when you land, and you have to. They always made me roll on the worst place, on mud, on this. Really was tough. And so they made me, and then in there you have to run a lot. You have to run miles and miles and miles. So but they made me. They really didn't.
They
give
made
it-
up for it.
They made up for it. And parachuting was fun.
How much did you parachute?
How much? 25 times, something like that. And the basic parachuting is only six times. And it was fun in the beginning. The last day of parachuting, you land, and a lot of people come and they say hello and that sort of thing. And one time when I landed, I really got hurt,
Mm.
and I hurt my shoulder bad, and when that happened, I dislocated my shoulder, and when that happened, I couldn't even, when you land, you land with a parachute. Parachute's coming down, and the question is, how do you release it? So the parachute we had was a French parachute. Usually parachute, you push a button and it releases it. This one, you have to go like this and bring the parachute. Well, I couldn't. I didn't have the hands for it. So just imagine completely separating the shoulder, pain like crazy. They come with a jeep, and they take you on a jeep with all this
Phew.
up and down. Until I got to the hospital, was unbelievable. And then I had to go to physical therapy, like I'm doing now, only
Yeah.
a lot more physical therapy.
So was that the end of the chapter?
That was the end of the chapter.
Of the chapter. Oh, wow. Well, thank you.